Yo, what up, man? Hold on a second. I can't believe fucking tomorrow's gonna snow again. It's like, it's that East Coast shit, man. Remember when we was in the West, y'all? Better yet, y'all don't. This is a whole fucking, well, shit, I'm sending it out to multiple places. Anyway, when we was in the West, y'all, never fucking snow. Shit never even rained like that. It never rains in Southern California. I give me a second. So I'm learning that, the more we get to these final days before the new transition, the real new world begins, because obviously you guys don't get, it's going to work one way or the other. Either we're going to get it right or we don't, and they succeed, but in the end of their success, it's like it's the demise of what you previously know. So there's the banks in Silicon Valley collapsed. You know what I'm saying? They basically went bankrupt. But here's the thing: I don't believe that. I don't think that that's really what's going on. I think when it comes to the whole Silicon Valley thing, I think it was never popping anyway. How can I explain this? I know that spellcasters work off illusion. That is what you're dealing with. You're dealing with illusion. You know what I'm saying? Things that you think are there but aren't there. And what happens is, from letting that rock, from letting that type of mind state be, you're going to run into reality checks. Like, you're going to get reality checks. So Hollywood is an illusion. It's named after a particular tree that they say if you burn it, you'll start to hallucinate. People don't want to believe that. That's fine. We already know about the 4 Jews that started Hollywood. You got Paramount, 21st Century, and Fox when they collaborated. MGM, and the guys who made Universal. So it's weird how they all came up from the same place. Like the Nazi holding camps, and actually I believe they all slid through Russia to get to America. But what I'm saying is this: it was organized. It was organized and it had a point. Now, I'm using that as an example. I'm not connecting that with Silicon Valley or Hollywood of today. Hollywood of today has a certain agenda, and it's about anarchy, chaos. How much can we push the envelope? How much? How far can we go? At first it was political stuff, save the whales, simple stuff. Then it started to move towards um, police brutality issues. Then it started to move towards race issues. Then it started to move towards sexuality issues. Then it started to move towards grooming children. Why? I remember, the devil's not real. The Bible, they say, is not real. That's fine, but it's on paper and you're comprehending information. You can claim it to be of past, you can claim it to not be real at all, or you can claim it to be mythological, which can have many different reasons. Like, you guys know, Game of Thrones is not real, but you can use it. How many mafia movies you guys watch and hear something and then, it becomes a saying of your own. And it's like, okay, that's the same thing you guys are doing. So what are you supposed to be doing with that book? You're just supposed to be peeping out what is being used in the area that you're being used in, because Muslims in Saudi Arabia, they're being used too. There's a secret fraternal order out there as well. Okay, it's in a different language, different script, but still the same game. In Asia, in India, all over the world, or Hindustan, all over the world, all of their elders have this game that they play. Here's the problem: America is split. America has always been split. You know what I'm saying? Between higher self and lower self, blue versus red, north versus south. You guys are going to keep connecting red with the devil. Heat rises. It is Celsius that goes down. It's cold that drops. It's heat that rises. Now that's alchemy. That's truth. That's science. That's not feelings and emotions. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Real fast. Okay, so now that we've got that out the way, now that we understand that it is higher self versus lower self, but we're not talking about you guys. You're operating in a system. You guys are actually here. You guys are alive. So when we speak on higher self and lower self to the degrees of what is going on, you have to take it out of yourself. You have to stop personalizing and start analyzing what is going on around you. You know that negative energy exists. You know it does. You deny it because you have saturated yourself with it. Case in point. Rap is cool. When it was cool. Hip hop was cool when it was cool. Now you guys have went a little too far. Not only are you gangster in trouble, but you're also very, very uneducated. And your rhyme assemblies and patterns that you guys are claiming is lyrical is really a bunch of emotional jargon. Just, what do they say? Like bait, like clickbait. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what you're doing with your rhymes. You're just saying real radical things to get people to, listen to you. But in truth, you really have no skill. You're not really a poet. You don't have any true message in your music. And I'm not talking about generations. I'm saying that genre of music now. The only cool hip hop that's left in rap is underground. when it comes to beats. You might get a little industry stuff, but for the most part, the beats and the real rhymes are in the underground. They're not mainstream, and that's what the argument always was, to never go pop. You never wanted to go commercial. True hip hop MCs never wanted to go commercial. They never wanted to be famous. They were telling the truth. They were speaking the stories. Okay. Silicon Valley, for the longest, you boule Democrat bootlickers have been bragging about. Because, see, it goes both ways. Information is not always solid. Everybody used to say, oh, Silicon Valley, they control everything. They control everything. Banks collapsed. Why? Why did the Silicon Valley banks collapse? Why are people in my state right now, in Massachusetts, losing their minds trying to pull their money out of those Silicon Valley banks? What's in common? Silicon Valley, that's in California. I told you, Massachusetts. Okay, both Democrat. So wait a minute. These are their own people losing in this deal. Why? The devil has no friends. What do I mean by that? I don't know. Let's rewind back to FTX. Another Democrat gold mine cash cow. Little young dude, 25, billionaire, or 22, whatever he was, playing fucking Game Boys at fucking business meetings. Completely failed. Tried to escape to, what was it, Cuba? Or Bahamas or something like that. Ended up getting ramshacked. What else happened? Is it coming out that the whole Fauci situation was flawed? People said this before. I don't know who. All my tapes are, they knocked them all off. They're all gone. But it's okay. Because as long as you've been here, then you know. And as long as I have this, you can always get reinformed. So, these banks are falling because there was never nothing in them to begin with. It's just like giving money to Ukraine, knowing you just got out of a pandemic, knowing you just lost, let's say, $80 billion worth of military machinery. Okay. Didn't AOC get railroaded for not paying for that tax to risk dress? Or the ticket into the gala, which was like 30 bands. So, remember this is what I'm talking about. This is all y'all information. I only bring back what people have. What people give, I bring back. I'm just bringing it back. You guys were the ones out here, Silicon Valley. Oh my God, they're owned by George Soros and all of them. Notice who the thumbnail is, right? But why would George worry about that when he's originally Hungarian? He has all his business runs through the court systems and through the rioters. He has damn near every spot. So why would he be upset if these banks went belly up? Why would he care? Who is invested in that? It's like you're mad at the devil, right, for having a plate of poison candy, and you eating the poison candy and getting poisoned, and now you're looking at him like, oh my God, you're trying to curse the plate that it was on, like, it was the plate. The plate was contaminated with poison. It was like, no, you're not seeing the person right behind you. You thought it was something good. It's sweet. It tastes good, but it's slowly killing you in the end. Okay, that's what they do. You guys seen what happened with I don't know. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on 1 second. Yo, you got to be there for family, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you got to be there for your people. So, and actually, he was hooking me up. That's why I hate doing that. I hate when I get interrupted. But double plate candy, George Soros. So, who else is in high, profile and nobody's really talking about right now? Your boy Gates. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I could have swore that both of them are humanitarians. Both of them are hiding behind the cloak of charity. And people use that when they talk about Masons and shit. They be like, oh, see, that's what they're doing. And which whoop. Nah. I've been told there's two sides to the coin. There's good Masons and then there's bad ones. Like, a Shriner is a Mason in good standings. That's why they have a hospital. What hospital do you see these people building? We keep talking. We keep saying, oh, they're a part of it. What hospital they got? None. They don't even do work like that. They do other type things. So I'm bringing up him because another one just killed themselves. Another one did. Let's see. Fuck it. Let's have some fun. Let's do a little work. Let's do a little work. Let's do it just a little bit. Where is it at? Did I not save that? But I did. Do you guys know that Farrakhan called Obama a murderer for killing Gaddafi? Do you know right after Gaddafi died, those Libyans went into slavery? weird. But hey, everybody liked that dude. Everybody said he was a real good guy. Can't find the shit. There's so many things that you can connect at once. It's hard to even like think right now. But I'm gonna tell y'all like this. It was a pimp move. Remember BLM? Remember what was it, like 90 million that they made? And they didn't do nothing for the project, they didn't do nothing for the parents, the dead that they basically used, you know what I'm saying, as like, leverage to get all these riots going, get all these people in the street, claiming that they supporting something. And that's fine. Maybe the people did truthfully in their hearts, meant well. Maybe they did. But the fact of the matter is, BLM didn't do nothing for none of them. And people still got the nerve to be shouting that out. Like you didn't get played for them. Okay, well, that type stuff is what they're doing when it comes to you investing. You know what I mean? It's the name. Like Louis Vuitton, Gucci. If you had a chance to have a Louis Vuitton credit card, like your credit card is Louis Vuitton or it's Gucci, okay, maybe that would seem like some high scale stuff, right? Everybody's doing it, right? Okay, so if you're able to invest or do business with Silicon Valley Bank, you know what I mean? That was a lot of clout. Like, who would be pushing that type of talk? Hollywood people. You know what I'm saying? That's where you're getting it from. That's where you're getting all that stuff from. Where is Silicon Valley? In California. You know what I'm saying? They do a lot of porn in California. There was this place called Van Nuys, something like that. That is where like 90% of the porn in, I believe, the 90s came from. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of it came from this certain area and Silicon Valley as well. That whole place is falling off. The whole little area. You know what I'm saying? Because once your banks go, everything else is going next. Why would that be? You guys ever seen the like the Dow Jones and stuff, like when the fucking Wall Street crashed and all that shit? All right. Well, you guys have been floating on air money for like, honestly, shit, since the 70s, if you want to be technical, but you guys still have more pool. You guys have been floating on air money for like after Obama. Let's say it like that. And that's the funny thing about the whole Trump shit. It's like he couldn't save y'all if he wanted to. Damn sure not with no 4 years. He would have needed that whole 8. And here's another funny thing. I'm going to bring it all together. Here's another funny thing. People make me laugh how they try to blame Trump for, Corona. Or they say, he could have handled it better. When the funny thing is, he wasn't even supposed to be there, remember? So if we do the knowledge and we go back to 2014, before 2015, with Matt Taibbi exposed about the whole Twitter files, talking about the first thing they was looking for was something terrorist, like national terror, some shit like that. Then they went to other stuff, and then it became, taking your First Amendment. But if we go all the way back to 2014, and we go to Obama talking about in case like something happens, whether it's in 5 or a decade, but it happened in 5 years. So it's like in 2014, he says this. Why? Who was next up to bat? Supposed to be Hillary Clinton. So you really, at the end of the day, can't say anything about him. He had nothing to do with this. Stuff had been processed. They're saying Fauci was doing gain of function, and like it's being admitted this shit came from a lab, and you was doing business with these people at the time you knew what you were doing. Why? Because you have been doing AIDS studies since the 80s, boy. You've been around here, rat. So it makes perfect sense for you to be involved in 2014 also, because that's what the dude was testing you about in court, where he's like, nigga, this shit looks exactly the same as the stuff you guys were studying back in 2014. It's the same add-up, bro. But you know, what language are you using? Like, what's the context? 1,000,000 plus people in my country and all over the world. That's the context. So where are all the big money fishes going? And why is stuff collapsing? What was it built off? You know what I'm saying? See, Silicon Valley Bank could have literally been air money. It could have literally been Bitcoin shit. That's why I tell people don't fuck with that shit. It's not real currency. It's not money. And people are like, but the dollar's a piece of paper. Yes, but it has value as long as your crops are growing and you guys are working. As long as your nation is pushing, your dollar holds weight. But when you keep giving your money out and keep investing in low product, motherfuckers want top of the line cars, but investing in low rank immigrants. We're not getting any fucking swimmers, fishers, nothing grand. We're getting pot belly losers or people wearing Jordans and already full of ego talking about they can't eat this and they want to stay in $500 hotels that normal American taxpayers don't even get to stay in. Weird stuff. How could you thrive with people like that? Here's another thing. You Negroes need to get in line on your own business because you guys ain't built no cities, motherfucker. Y'all had 35. Y'all was doing, when y'all was the Black Republicans, y'all was the coolest people in America. Y'all basically built this place. When it comes to that, that's why the white dude dog you out. When you talk about slavery and shit, he dog you out because he like, you don't even know what you really did. You weird. You talking about some weirdo shit. That's half a nation. All the crops was down south. That's half a nation, bro. That ain't, and actually, it's not even half. It's like 13 colonies. What you talking about? There's 50 fucking states. Like, what are you talking about? 13? That ain't nothing. No. Now your 50,000 patents. That's a whole nother story that they don't bring up and they don't let you talk about. But you don't know nothing about it anyway, and you don't want to. And that's the sad part. Because that's your ticket. That's your ticket back to redemption. You ain't got to wait for a God to come out the sky. No, he's already here waiting on you to get back on your ones and twos. You was the best thing smoking. What you talking about? American Negro's the best thing smoking. You mean to tell me you got your back beat, still winning war and won, and then went into every other war, and then advanced, sports like basketball. You created the crossover. You know what I'm saying? Baseball, you created the base steal. That's from the Negro leagues. You created stealing bases. I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe that holds true. I believe you invented stealing bases in baseball. I don't know. No, I could be wrong. I know Babe Ruth was black. Challenge me on that. Challenge me on the white dude that said he wouldn't go in the same bathhouse as a nigger, and he was referring to Babe Ruth. But whatever, this is not a racist discussion. I'm telling you, you got to put in your footwork too, because what you're seeing is the collapse of America. Something that the Hebrews been wishing on, but wasn't expecting. And when it happens, y'all all gonna feel it. And that's why I'm out here talking. I've been exposing these bastards. I've been saying, the Democrats is the devil. It is what it is. Now look, all the money gone. Just like the FTX thing, all the money gone. Everybody investments. Everybody $5. Oh. I don't know about you, but I don't like being robbed. I don't. And for y'all to just play it off like, yo, hip hop videos, you can see they didn't drown that out. That's been dead. So it's like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do in the end when you see that y'all been giving it up to people that are morphing your kids' brains, morphing your brains? Be 31 trillion in debt. For the people, huh? I think the people better start getting together and figuring this stuff out, because it ain't a Democrat or a Republican thing. The Democrats is the devil, period. But there's other groups. You don't have to be Republican. You can be conservative. You can be liberal. You can be independent. You can still create your own political party. So I'm not arguing that. What I'm saying is the weasels have no stance here because they're not putting in any work here. So that means people that scam, people that hustle, people that don't pay taxes. There's really no safety net for you. If it falls, there's no safety net for you. Especially if they sweep in the streets. Because everybody else got a job. Remember, that's the robot shift. You know, oh, I'm not a robot. I don't work for nobody. But that's actually a safety net, because that's part of your government. But remember, we're not talking about your government taking over you. No, we're talking about you having some weirdos in your government that messed it up for another nation to take over yours. That's what we're talking about. $30 million altogether Biden got from China. This is who y'all put in office. See, everybody's talking about that whole racist stuff, and that was cool. That's all truth. But here's a weird thing. Why was this guy damn near 50 years in the Senate and nobody wanted him to run for presidency? And when he did, he got caught plagiarizing and lying about his rank in college. Talking about he was ahead of his class. No, he wasn't. He was like right at the bottom. He was like right next to the dude that's on the bottom. Crime bill, Bill Clinton. The same thing happened. If you don't vote for me, you're not black. That's the same equivalent of him playing the saxophone on Arsenio Hall. Same difference. It's just y'all tell me something. Tell me something. Tell me, is it true that at the end of the day, none of this matters, right? They're going to do what they want to do anyway, right? There's not Senate floor hearings of people fighting for y'all right now in real time. Tell me that's a lie. I got news, my friends. It's not. It's not. And there's about to be some serious shit happening very soon. I mean, very, very, very soon. Because all of the kettle is being called black, like by the pot, like all of it is. All of it is. They were pointing the finger at so much shit, and they used so many scapegoats that ended up being weird. Why did Tucker Carlson have that footage, yo? That's weird. That's all the way weird. Why the fuck did he have that? Why did the Democrats and the system the underground government. Why did they show us a bunch of rioters outside breaking windows acting stupid? Why did they show us that? Why? And then why did they scapegoat the dude with the fucking horns on his head? Call him the QAnon shaman and all that. Why they scapegoat him? And then when you watch the tape, the fucking feds is walking him around, opening doors for him. Now this goes to my narrative on the song The Matrix. It's the same scenario from the video that I made. It's the same thing. It's the same freaking thing, bro. They put dummy guards there because they working for Pelosi. See, there was an agitator that they had been called out. He used to wear a Make America Great Again hat and all that shit. But the national news, they played him to the side. They didn't even push the issue. Why? Because he was with them. He's with the guards that popped it. He's with the Capitol guards that popped the gate on J6, who were working under Nancy Pelosi at the time. So for some reason, Ted Cruz is deliberating at the time that the gates get popped from the security team that is breached by Nancy Pelosi, because that's who's in charge of them at the time. See, it's not that the votes were wrong. The vote came in right. They came in over right. Why? Look at all this controversy they put on this motherfucker. They have been doing that shit since Charleston. With the fucking. But here's the thing. That conflict had nothing to do with him. There was good people on both sides. Yes, on both sides of the discussion. That's why he fucking, pushed the white supremacists to the side. He's like, man, we ain't nobody talking about them, bro. Of course we're against that. Shut up. He's like, there's good people on both sides. They both got good talking points. And he's right. You want to throw it down because, it's a terrible past and it means something terrible. But at the same time, it's American history. If you get rid of something, it will repeat itself. If you act like racism never existed, it will start again, because you'll have nothing to base off. You know what I'm saying? You'll have nothing to be like, we'll never go back to these days. So you have to keep that there. Then at the same time, the men died valiantly in battle just as well. Who wants to fight a weak enemy? That's kind of like some bitch shit. Like, everybody knows that. Like, pick on somebody your own size. Like, this is some old man stuff. So why would you want your adversary to be weak anyway? You want them to be an even match or even greater. Some people want, bigger challenges. Like, that's real stuff. So all in all, you should not fear the slave master, but you should at least take notice. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to revere it, but you have to take notice. From them, Stalin, Hitler, Genghis Khan, the kamikaze bombers, bro, there's a lot of power on Earth, whether for good or bad. There's a lot of power on Earth. Y'all are dog out the Western world. Y'all are dog out America, Canada, Australia, Mexico, and all that. But Y'all living in one of them. Y'all been pretty safe. So, smoke on that one. They been play this show, but it's not the it's not the Republicans. I'm sorry, I hate to tell y'all, we ain't been over there. Like when you ain't been over somewhere, you can't say something's been doing you dirty. And TV wise, I'm not gonna front. A lot of other race Republicans are hidden. They know what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? The people that are black or Hispanic or Asian or whatever that are Republicans that are in the public, you gotta respect them because they got the nuts to come out there. Because it's like a lot of people think conservative. A lot of people do. They just don't want to deal with the bullshit. They don't want to hear your mouth. They're conservative. Remember, they know the truth, but they don't want to chitter, chatter, and batter with you. It's like, bro, for what? You're a fucking idiot. Look what you're doing to the world. There's nothing to argue about. It is what it is. But with conservative thoughts, you would see that these people have been gambling with your money for the longest. So for me to tell you that this country's 31 trillion in debt, there really is no money. And for you to be seeing all these rappers and actors and fakers and actors, they're all actors, flaunting this money. This country is broke. They're doing their job. You're not doing yours. That's the weird thing. They're doing their job. They're being the fucking actors. They're being the fucking stage. The fakies. Fake than a motherfucker. Most of the change is not real. Most of the shit is rented. It's not even real. They got y'all tangled up, losing your life, getting locked up. You know what I'm saying? They doing, people want to talk about private prisons, but it's like you throwing yourself in these motherfuckers. Even if they had the conversation back in the 80s about, we're going to start this gangster rap and manipulate the minds to do crime so we can lock them up. Even if they came out with that, you're still falling for it. Everybody's been on the block before, but some niggas know when to get it in and when to get the fuck on. It's like, you got to know what's happening. I said that to say this. 31 trillion in debt. The Hollywood bank going broke. But they still millionaires. Their net worth. You falling for this shit. You see the net worth of $58 billion. Motherfucker, that's net worth. That's not even them. That's not even what they taking home. That's not, no. You see how quick Kanye lost the $40 billion and then turned around and then they owed him like $1.2 billion or something like that. I mean, everybody like, see, Kanye won. Is like, no, he really didn't, nigga. They were gonna sell your bullshit shoe, excuse my language, for $40 billion worth. They knocked that shit down to 1.23 because they're Yeezys. It's like they have to have you aboard. It's like it's your name. But you lost about 38 something billion. Of what? Net worth. When we was talking to him, he said, what? I only got 225 million left and I still feel great. And it's like, nigga, you telling me your net worth was $40 billion and the only thing you have left is 225 million bucks. And that's money. What? You haven't even broke one bill. You didn't even keep a bill? None? Not one? And then they come back at you with the 1.23 bill. Net worth. Air money. Air, liquid currency, air shit. It's in the air. It's not even there. And with this dream money, what they have done is took all your real money. And now the bank is broke. It's broke after all this shit went to Ukraine. It's broke after The streets are all chaotic now. Crime is basically just nothing. Nobody respects police. Like nobody respects law. Nothing is it's all chaotic. It's bad for the normal human being, the old lady, the school teacher. You know what I'm saying? The fucking street walk guard. It's like it's bad for everybody. Because of what? Justice for who? Two people that are involved with street people. We all went bananas for Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. And both of them had a dirty background. It was an EMT. That nigga did that shit for 6 months now. Oh, but it's black life. You're supposed to worry about it. Okay, from them two, what did you let slip? The dude who was beating up on his baby mama, who pulled out the knife on the cops, got shot 7 times in the back. Oh my God. The other situation. There's so many. Oh my God. I don't even want to talk about them. That summer. I don't even want to talk about the fucking George Floyd riots. Like, I don't. Like, I'm not even going there. Like, wow. And there was bricks out there already. We had seen the video of the police coming through in trucks with bricks, taking them out the truck, walking them somewhere. And then we seen the kids with their video, how they posed up. Look, there's just bricks out here just chilling in front of the store. Yo, y'all go home, man. Didn't make any sense. Didn't make any sense. Why they do these things, man? Why do these things happen? Because the Silicon Valley Bank is broke. How the fuck the Silicon Valley Bank broke? Not the Silicon Valley Bank, bro. Silicon Valley? You mean the place that all y'all was bragging about? Oh, this is big money. Yeah, they making Cyberdyne system bodies and fake shit. All that shit was Hollywood. They ain't making no fake bodies. They ain't making no robots neither. None of that shit. Nope. They did all that to pimp you for your money. Get you on your algorithms. Put you somewhere. They put you in boxes. They place you in boxes. That's where you're going to be at. That's where you're going. Nobody's going to hear you. Nobody's going to catch you. But we're going to catch you. And what we're going to do is we're going to subjugate your mind to thinking that you know what you're doing. When in the end, the bank gone broke. Silicon Valley Bank gone broke. I don't believe that it's broke. See, this is what y'all don't understand what a fucking Ponzi scheme is. You know what I'm saying? The whole bank was fugazi from the jump. Everything that was going to come out, it was going to be fake money for real money. You're going to take your shit, you're going to invest in them, and they're going to give you some liquidated fucking bullshit, and look what happened. It fell. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's just a long-running one. It ran good. You know, Joe Biden is like a bad omen for the Democrats, too. That's the crazy thing. Not just for the Americans, not just for the Republicans, for the Democrats, too. I think y'all opened up something when y'all put him in office. I really do, because he had that book. He had that weird ass book. He said it was in his family. Y'all did. Americans, yo. I'm not playing with you. What the hell did y'all let in, man? What is his token of being in office? What is it? What is it, man? Because to me, it seems like doomsday. I don't care what nobody says. It seems like doomsday. It seemed like that wasn't the one. That wasn't the one we were supposed to have around him. Because like I said, him and his flunkies let a lot of stuff slide. You couldn't even go outside, yo, without your mask on, anything. They getting their hair done in salons. They put you on ankle bracelets. They tell you can't even leave your state. They fly out and work in the Senate and don't be on the Senate floor when they're supposed to be. They leave the state drinking alcohol in the air. Bankrupt. Gone. Little Bitcoin, little program play around. Gone. Chicago, 700 murders, 3 years in a row. LA, don't play. I got a lot of, better yet, I'm sorry. I ain't even gonna put that just on LA. But California, yeah, y'all having a lot of fruitcake stories coming out about y'all. They ain't cool at all. But here's the funny thing. New York, y'all got a lot of tattletailing going on. See, the game is switched on all sides. All of them. So it ain't no disrespecting nobody. But they got us so low on both scales. You know what I'm saying? The people that got money and rolling around thinking they doing something, y'all spending like worthless money. Y'all into real estate. Who the fuck gonna buy your house if everybody broke? You ain't seen the house game is going in for the foreclosure game. The shit is horrible right now. Country's 31 trillion in debt. Now, why would they put you on some real estate hustle? Why would everybody be talking about, oh, yeah, real estate, yeah, the real estate's doing good? For who? For who's it doing good? I know ain't nobody buying no major houses right now. I know they're not. Food is up. Gas is up. Banks closed. Silicon Valley Bank closed. That 31 trillion I was telling you about. Seems like it's believable, right? Seems like credible. Seems like a lot of people just getting their money in dividend. Whatever, yo. It wasn't all planned, though. It wasn't all planned to destroy your whole country. I don't know. Tell me. Ghost.